welcome to my kitchen. We're gonna continue our Sunday night dinner for autumn. I just put that chicken in the oven and now we're gonna make a stellar side dish to go along with it. It sounds really complicated, but it's super easy if you know what ingredients to buy and use, and you're gonna love this idea because the possibilities are endless. We're gonna make pumpkin ravioli to go alongside that roasted chicken. I'm also gonna make some brown sage butter to go along with it. Now, if you look on YouTube, there's a ton of different recipes. You know, everybody does a very similar recipe. I've been making this for a while. I don't think I've ever made it for Rick, but I have made it before. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. We are gonna make the filling for our ravioli, and we're gonna use canned pumpkin. This is 1 cup of canned pumpkin. And then I have one 16-ounce, this is a 15-ounce container of ricotta. And get a good one. I prefer a name brand rather than a store brand. I find the store brands to be really watery. I also prefer a whole milk mozzarella, and you know, you're gonna ask me why I'm holding this upside down, because I accidentally dropped it and the bottom cracked, so you know, it is what it is. There we go. All right, and then we're also going to use about a 1/2 cup of good Parmesan cheese. Use your favorite. I buy this at the cheese counter at my Better grocery store, and they grind this on the spot right there, so I know that it's a good one. We're going to use some cinnamon, about a 1/2 teaspoon. We're going to use some fresh nutmeg, and you can use ground nutmeg. I just have the whole stuff, so if you're going to use ground, use about a 1/4 teaspoon. Nutmeg goes a long way. Whoops, I'm sorry, honey. That was probably an accident.
Smack them in the face.
All right, we're also going to put some garlic powder, about a 1/2 teaspoon, as well as onion powder, because all of those flavors are perfect. Also about a 1/2 teaspoon. And you can adjust all of these flavors if you like. It doesn't have to be the way I've made it. I'm just giving you a guideline. Now that I think about it, I think I'm going to throw some sage in here. Just a pinch. Since we're going to already make that sage butter to go on the outside, I would say like a pinch, literally, of rubbed sage. And you can leave it out altogether if you don't like that. Let's give this a mix. It's perfect, and it stays on the spoon. See? All right. Let's give that a taste. Let me grab a spoon, honey. See if it needs it. Oh, you know what? I did leave something out. Oh, that's nice. This is the rind of that orange we put underneath the chicken. I used my microplane to get that off before I put that underneath the chicken. This is really lovely, and you know, it's not like pumpkin pie, so you know, pumpkin is nothing more than a squash. So if you think about this, if you know, you've seen butternut squash ravioli or butternut squash soup, you know, pumpkin and butternut squash are very, very similar. So let me clear here, get all this stuff out of my way, and then we'll start assembling our ravioli. And you can see how that's done. It's really, really easy because we're not going to worry. I need another spoon.
That's interesting.
Did you stick your finger in there?
Maybe.
Maybe. We're going to use wonton wrappers.
And I watched it yesterday.
Okay, well, I'm glad to know that, honey. We're going to use wonton wrappers. Now, a lot of people, we need some water for sealing. A lot of people will use an egg to seal. A lot of people will simply fold these over into little triangles. I'm going to be a little more generous with my filling. So I'm going to double these up, and I am going to, whoops, see, you don't want that to happen. See, I'm giving you a lesson in what not to do. See, I filled it up ever so slightly too much.
You squished it in the middle of it, you did.
I did. I did. So we'll see if we can get that one to seal. Now, and also I think I put just a skosh too much filling in it. But we'll see. It'll probably break open in the pot. Then you'll have a lesson in what not to do. Okay, so there's a ravioli. Now there's another way you can do it. Okay, now my hands are clean. I have washed them. You need to wet the edges, and there's a, you know, some people like to use an egg, but I'm going to go all the way around here like that. And if you just gently tap all the way around, just like this, you'll get a good seal. You can choose also to cut them into circles if you like this. This is also going to seal those edges a little better for you. If you like them that shape, then you'll have a round ravioli. It's entirely up to you. You know, you can do it any way you like. Let me do another one. And these are just a lovely little special treat. Since it's Sunday night, I always like to make something fun and delicious for my family. They know, usually, unless I've had a really busy weekend, Sunday nights I usually try to make something great for dinner. And honestly, the round ones are pretty, but I think I'm just going to leave them like this. Like that. Okay, so I'm going to finish making these ravioli up, and then I have also got a pot on with some water to boil, and then we'll come back when it's time to cook these. Alright, I've got all my ravioli done. I've got 2 layers. I just separated them between some parchment paper, and then I had some of this filling left over. Look, there's no eggs in it. It's just cheese and pumpkin and spices and seasonings. I'm just going to plop this in my freezer. I'm sorry, honey. And the next time I want to make pumpkin ravioli, I'll already have half the work done for me. And all I have to do is go get a package of wonton wrappers and I'll be good to go. So, the next thing is to cook. I have a pot of water that has come to the boil. And we're just going to drop these in a few at a time. Don't want to crowd the pot. And then when they float, they're finished.
Will it float?
It will float, I promise. Yes. And then we'll just retrieve them with our spider. So there we go. Like I said, not too many. You don't want them to stick together. And as they float, we'll remove them and we'll put more in. While they're waiting to do that, while we're waiting for them to float, I'll have Rick come over here. This burner back here, when I have something in the oven, this very back corner burner, it gets very, very hot. So I just set this saute pan on that burner with a stick of butter in it. And I threw about a half a dozen sage leaves right in there. And I waited and I stirred it occasionally. Now, you want your butter to become brown, and I did have to at some point turn up the heat just a little bit, like to a 4. And these sage leaves are crispy, and you will know when your butter is ready when it is brown but not burnt and your sage leaves are crispy. You have just made brown sage butter. And when I tell you that this is delicious on these, I am not lying. Okay, see, look, these are floating now, and they're ready to come out of the water. And we'll just put them over here. Now this isn't going to be like, you know, the frozen ravioli you buy in the store, because it's homemade. And wonton wrappers are the perfect answer to ravioli. Ooh, this one. I hope that one doesn't come open. Let's see. We need a little water here. There we go. I'm sorry, Callie. You keep getting in Mama's way. And these will take absolutely no time to cook. And then what you can then do...
Poor Tally.
I know.
Got no place to go.
No place to go, huh? You're going to serve these, and I'll show you how to serve them in just a moment. Let me grab a dish. You're going to take as many as you like. So, here's 1, 2. We'll put 3 in here, okay? Now, let's put some of this brown sage butter on there.
And we found that it makes all the difference.
It makes all the difference. It's incredible. Okay, and then we're going to put a sprinkling of Parmesan Reggiano. Why don't we bring it over here under the light? A little cracked black pepper. Maybe a lot of cracked black pepper. And that is how I would serve quick and easy, and I'm not kidding, pumpkin ravioli. That was super easy, and when you go to a restaurant and find this on the menu, you're going to pay top dollar for it. You can make it in your own home very inexpensively. I'm not kidding. I'm going to pull these out of the pot because they're ready. And then I'm going to come over here and have Rick take one more look at that beautiful plate of pumpkin ravioli. And I'm going to say, pumpkin ravioli, quick and easy from pantry items. All you really have to go out and buy is those wonton wrappers. You can make your own pasta if you want to, but why? I mean, really. So, pumpkin ravioli. Really easy, really delicious. I hope you try it, and I hope you love it. And until next time, I'll see ya.